I noticed I didn't even do something in this puzzle, but I guess I don't really need to. I didn't open the thing last time. The picture frame. With this. So you can do this. And this. But I didn't do that last time. I guess you don't really need to. Sploosh. Oh, thank you. Lurking is perfectly fine. Back to this stuff, I guess. Red key. Hello. Thank you, thank you. Gotcha. Over here. So I think it was... Oh, this game I've been playing for a while. How do you describe it? It's a visual novel game about murder and mystery, which makes it sound like Danganronpa, which isn't far off, but you know, similar kind of game. With multiple endings though for this one, so we're on the last ending right now. I wonder if there's something specific I have to do to reach door 3 or not. I'm kind of confused. Escape the room kind of game. Yeah, that's also a very good description of it. Thank you. But I'm wondering if there's... Is there something special I have to do to get to door 3, or do I just get to choose it? I guess I'll see, but I do have to show you guys door 3 before I pick the final ending stuff. Aw, thanks, Nick. It's okay. You too. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I know, I hope there's nothing special I have to do. None of our experts are here yet, I don't think. I had a few experts before I went to eat that probably would have known what to do, but I guess I'll just see what happens. If anything, if I end up just going straight for the ending, I can always just show you the third door through some other method, but I'm gonna go with what I know for now. Wow, that all happened so fast. Clank, clank, clack, boom. Skip, skip, skip. I have this Japanese drink that I haven't had in a very long time. I usually buy them from conventions, but I found it at a grocery store we went to today. So I'm excited! Because I remember liking it, so I hope I still like it. 0, 7. Ninth man, go boom. Pretty much. All you heard was tap, 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 boom. He's done for. I guess I should move this. Oh, okay. Sorry. I was trying to see. Oh, what with their digital rupee? I thought that was door again. I got really freaked out. Go, 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 go. These parts always take so long to get through. For us, I think we want to go through door 4, but I'm gonna double check. Let's see. Door 4 it is. 4, 4, 4, 4. I think I'm actually okay with this room, because I think this is one of the puzzles I can solve easily. The more complicated doors are worse for me. And I'm gonna move this aside for a sec. Sorry. That was my fault. Double check. Okay, good. Safe. Hey, Brown. I'm okay. How are you? We should pick up the matches. I think some people are still away right now. They probably don't think I'm back yet. Maybe they're doing something else. So not too many people are probably going to answer you right now. We need this. Skip, skip, skip. That's okay. You don't have to apologize for that. Life happens. Things happen. As ideally nice it would be for everyone to show up to everything, it's totally not possible. Just like how I couldn't stream last week. Things happen. I think we should go in this room. I hope I'm remembering to do this right. Take this candlestick. Oh, wait, I have to combine the matches and the candlestick. There we go. Now we can go in the dark room. Sweet. Oh, I have the key. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be back. They probably just didn't. They don't know I'm back yet or so. Hey, you remember that? Yeah, we're on the last ending already. I guess when you say it that way, it does feel really quick. Let's get this, because because we need this for a key. Ta-da! And now we can leave out this door. Go here. Pull that shit open. Chill out, Santa. There we go. Flaming dice. What's your name, man? What do you want to do? Take it. We're gonna take it. That's the bookmark he gave us, I think. Let me see. I don't really need this one so much. I'm gonna need that though, I think. Okay, no problem. Pizza sounds yummy. Though I can't complain. I guess I had a pretty good dinner too. Yummy foods, yummy foods. I usually just eat the same thing for dinner every day. Because healthy choices. But today I guess you'd call today my cheat day. I got to eat some not so good for me things. And we got this little sesame ball thing. It's pretty good. I ate it first, which kind of sucked because I didn't know. I ate it earlier when we got home, so I was just kind of excited to try it. And it ended up being more like a dessert. So, oh, I shouldn't have come back in here yet. Actually, I should go check the bathroom. Check the bathroom because we have to check the, I had Reapers. Yep. I do love squid a lot. Oh, we have the curtain put up here. And close it. And then notice the whole thing. But yeah, so we have the sesame ball thing, and it was really good. It ended up being like a dessert though. It tasted almost like sesame mochi, if you've ever had sesame mochi. Except it's not mochi, but it's still squishy and good. I guess it's like fried thingy. It was good. I'm almost tempted to eat my dad's, but I was like, no, that's not fair. We only bought 3, so it's not fair. Eh? I'm pushing the one with the... Oh, it's that one. Oops. Okay, good. And I think I can go to this now. Okay, I don't think this is right. That's not right. I think I just messed it up completely. I think I messed it up. I'm gonna check the picture. That big part goes here, that part goes down here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see where I went wrong. Okay, so this has gotta go back up and over here. And then it's like that, because that's his body. I can kind of see it, kind of. What part is this, though? His face? Okay. Oh, legs. Ah! Got it. It's the puppy dog. It's the Funyorimpa. You remembered all of this? Too good. Mars key. Yep, they're gonna talk about it again. Here we go. Do you know what this is? Junpei making up words. Funyorimpa. It's a dog. I seriously did not know what that was the first time I saw it. I was so lost. But then as soon as you see dog, it's kind of all you see. Or at least for me. I don't know. We can leave now though. Let's go. Onward into the kitchen. That's not a spoiler. We've done it already. Okay, so kitchen. Let's see if I still know my way around. Aside from passcodes, which are pretty much the only things I don't really remember all the time. Except for that first room. Sometimes, anyway. There should be this. Whetstone. In here. Get the knife. Those blush testers. Yeah, they are, aren't they? We're gonna go with the same option so I can skip through it, pretty much. Because we're just trying to get to the ending at this point. We've already read all of this and gone through this. So this is all gonna seem very quick. Combine this with the whetstone, please. Thank you. And now we can cut the cheese. Fart jokes, har har. I guess we don't really... Do we cut the cheese or do we just move it? So now we've got that, so we can do this. Oil, got it open. Go inside. It's cold. We get locked in. Oh no! Let's get that. We're gonna need that. I think there's some stuff in here. Dry ice. I think this part coming up is important. I think it's the second option again that I picked before. Rather odd. That joke was way too cheesy. Oh man. All of these jokes right now, to be honest. I guess. I don't know. Okay, so back to MacGyvering our way out of here. We have to get this. Combine that with this. Thank you. And we need to open this. Give me the rope. Give me the rope. I can't combine it yet. Give me the thing. Oh, that's why. Combine this and this. And this and this. Hey. And then this. And we made a makeshift bomb. Like the little MacGyvers we are. Boom! Again. There goes the 9th man. Oh no! Do we make jokes about people's death now? Is that what we do? We've come this far. Okay. Okay, boobs. I know, you don't care. We need that grill. And the chicken. Oh, okay, Biss. I didn't even know you were here, Biss. I thought everyone was gone. Good night. Have a good one. We cut the pork. Sweet. Can we take the pork? I guess not. Time to solve this baby. I just need the last part. Tell me the ending or replay. Nope. Oh, here we go. So right after this, we should be able to choose door 3, which I will show you guys really quickly, I guess. We'll go through it, and then we'll just head straight for the ending. Oh. Oh! I'm an idiot. I didn't even grab the card. Jeez. Oh, Remix is back. Welcome back, Remix. Oh, is that what you're playing? See, I think that's why I ended up stopping playing, because I hate grinding, and as much as I was enjoying that game, I was like, ugh, grinding. So... leveling up every character. Blah. Maybe I'll never get to finish it at that rate. Ring ring. Ah! Oh no! It scared the shit out of me. Are you okay? Put that back in.
Anomaly detected.
I'm sorry, capture card. Sorry about that. My capture card fell down. I hope it's okay. Oh, now my slipper fell. What's going on here? Stop it. Okay. Oh. Nope. That was close. Hi, Ace. Ace. I bet everyone now is like, hi, Ace. You piece of shit. Finish searching. Indeed you did. I won't say any more than that unless somebody else says something. I'll let you see if you see how it plays out. Okay, so we're gonna save here. Save. I gotta make sure to not save after this or I'm gonna mess up the whole thing. So I gotta show you guys this room. No. So I'm gonna quickly, to those of you that don't know, I'm gonna quickly show you what's in door 3 since we've never been in there. And then we are going to continue trying to get the last ending. So let's explore door 3. I want to go through door number 3. No, you can't. Huh? Why? Because it's impossible.
If we split ourselves into 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door 3. Why? The bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8. That's it. Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door. I see. That means 1 team would get left behind. That's right. That doesn't happen if we go through door 7 or 8? No, they're fine. We've got 3 options.
Santa began to explain. I guess we'll see if we get to go through door 3. Plan A, go through door 7 with 3, 5, 8, and go through door 8 with 4, 6, 7. Plan B, go through door 7 with 4, 5, 7, and go through door 8 with 3, 6, 8. Plan C, go through door 7 with 3, 6, 7, and go through door 8 with 4, 5, 8.
Those are the only 3 options. That's it. At least, if we want to get all 6 of us out of here.
That was when Junpei realized. Plan A divides into 2 teams. Plan B divides into 2 teams. Plan C divides into 2 teams. There was one thing they all had in common. In every single combination, 5 and 6 were never on the same team. In other words, if all 6 people were to move forward, Junpei and June would be separated. June and Junpei had been friends when they were kids. He trusted her more than anyone else on the ship. If he chose 7 or 8, he'd be taken away from her. Was that something he was prepared to do?
Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You've got 2 choices, 7 or 8. You can't choose 3. If you choose 3, you're going to be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you going to do? 7 or 8, time to choose.
Junpei thought hard. After thinking it over, his conclusion was... No! We're gonna go through door 3 because we want to show people something, okay? Don't worry, guys. We're gonna reload. Stop freaking out.
Sorry, Santa, but I still want to go through door 3. What? That's nuts! You've gotta be crazy! Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door? I'm just...
Junpei paused. The words he'd been about to say. He swallowed the words he'd been about to say. What happened to the rest of that sentence? I don't know why I read in between.
I'm just curious about door 3, that's all. That doesn't explain shit! I've got a reason. I'd be happy to explain it if you'll just come with me.
With that, he began walking toward the door. Their curiosity likely getting the better of them, the others followed. A few of them looked a little suspicious, but Junpei told himself that wouldn't matter. He kept walking and kept silent. Eventually, they arrived at the number 3 door. Junpei stopped.
I'm curious about the red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me? Huh? Why? Please, just do it. He stared at Junpei for a moment, then grunted and laid his palm heavily on the scanner. Happy? Yeah, thanks.
The number 7 had been entered into the red.
Next is June. Please touch the red, just like 7 did.
Junpei, what are you trying to figure out? Junpei thought about his answer for a moment.
I think I might have found another way out. Huh? What?
Really?
That got them excited, just as Junpei had intended. Now please, June.
Okay. 7 plus 6 equals 13. Blah, blah. With those 2 numbers in the red, Junpei had what he wanted. He casually placed his own hand on the scanner, and the 3rd asterisk blinked on. 4 plus 5 equals 9.
Alright. The only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus. So, what's your point? You don't get it? Think about it. What's the sum of your number in Clover's? 12. And what's the digital root of that? 3. Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the red?
18. It would be 9, right?
Yes. And what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3.
The door's number. There you go. Hey, wait a minute! What the hell are you up to? I'm not up to anything. Just waiting. Waiting for what? I'm waiting for the balance to shift. Santa, or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice. So I'm waiting.
Junpei laid his hand almost casually on the lever.
You son of a bitch! You tricked us! Then all that stuff you were going on about is all bullshit. Bullshit? I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figure out another way to get out of here? This is it. Why the hell would you do something like this?
Junpei glanced at June. Junpei...
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June? That's it? Santa was furious. His face was red, and flecks of spit flew from his lips as he spoke. Junpei closed his eyes calmly and then opened them again. So who's it gonna be? Santa? Or Lotus and Clover? Shit! We're going! Clover! Whoa. Lotus leapt forward. She grabbed Clover by the sleeve and ran for Junpei and the door. Caught by surprise, Santa froze for a moment, then shot forward like a bullet from a gun. Lotus had a head start, but Santa had the advantage in speed and size. So sneaky. Almost immediately, he passed Lotus and Clover. No! Wait! Santa did not hesitate. He slammed his hand down on the red. This is insane! This isn't right! He glared at Junpei, his chest heaving. Yes, well, you may be right. Junpei's voice was cold, but not without effort. He turned to the red and pulled the lever.
Hey, Jonah! With the sound of metal on metal, the door opened. It would only remain so for 9 seconds. There was no time to think.
Go!
Junpei and his 3 reluctant companions jumped into the door's gaping mouth, one after another. Yikes. No sooner did they enter than an all-too-familiar noise sounded from their left wrists. Yeah, I read that right. Detonators had activated. Junpei looked back only once and saw Lotus and Clover on the other side of the closing door. They stood still, stopped where they had been when Santa reached the red. The defeat and desperation on their faces tore at Junpei's heart. Then the door closed and they were gone. Aw, it's okay. I didn't even stream last week. If that's what you mean. But if not, then yeah, that still sucks that your power went out.
You son of a bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair!
Santa rounded on Junpei, lightning crackling in his eyes and his knuckles white.
Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there and they can't... Shut it! That's enough!
It hadn't been Junpei that spoke, but Seven.
We gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter.
The clock was ticking. The dead was their only chance at survival. Unless they could find it and deactivate their detonators, the 4 of them would be...
We got less than a minute left! No time for screwing around, get moving!
They scattered and began to scour the room. Ooh, good phone? The deactivation device was nowhere to be found. Corridors stretched out in 3 directions, but every one was blocked off by a wall of metal. There was only one way out. One other door.
There!
Seven ran for the door, a rusty iron thing. His large hands grabbed hold of the handle and pulled. Oh, never had an HTC phone, but I always see them. By the way, don't forget this is an extra part. This is not part of the ending. This is an optional route we could have taken on one of the other multiple endings we did. Junpei stuck his head through the door and looked around the room. Almost immediately, he spotted the blinking red light on the red wall.
I found it! The dead's right over here!
He stepped into the room. Oh, and nearly fell down. Ew, that noise. You been playing Witcher 3? Don't spoil too much for me. I mean, I played a little bit and then I stopped, and I don't know if I should just continue on stream later on at some point. The floor was slippery.
What?
He stopped and glanced down at his feet. What was...
Hey, what the hell are you doing? Get over there!
Junpei felt Seven's heavy hand against his back and stumbled across the room. The other 3 piled in behind him. They all felt immediately that something was wrong, Nothing that could be easily identified, only a sense that something terrible shared the room with them. But there was no time to say so.
Quick! Get to the dead!
They all started running. In the dark, it was hard to tell where the wall was. All they could see was the tiny red light blinking at them over and over and over. Then finally, suddenly, they were there. In quick succession, they all slammed their hand against the scanner panel. Sorry. Seven leaned against the wall, gulping air. As his breathing began to return to normal, he glanced at his left wrist and grunted. Yeah, that's why I didn't get to do much of the story. I was doing all these side missions all the time. Sorry, one sec, okay. Where was I?
It stopped! It stopped!
Junpei could hear him laughing in the dark, but could barely make out the larger man's face.
What the...
The sound of retching came from Santa's direction.
What the hell is this smell? This is vile! I'm gonna puke!
So desperate had they been in their race to the dead that no one had noticed the horrible smell that pervaded the room. It was a terrible, nauseating stench, like burnt and rotten meat. There's the food comparison again. Adrenaline had drowned it out, but now it rolled over Junpei in waves, forcing itself into his nose with every breath he took. He felt his stomach clench and bile rise up in his throat.
Let's get the lights on first. There's a switch over here.
The light that spilled in from the door barely illuminated a small switch plate next to the door. Slowly, with the toll of the last few minutes, apparently in his gait, Seven walked toward it. Tall. He stopped as he got close and extended his fingers toward the switch. There was a soft click as the lights came on. It had scarcely... I thought I read it wrong. It had scarcely faded when another noise pierced the air. A scream. Can't scream, sorry. Junpei's breath stopped in his throat. His heart ceased to beat. Time froze. His mind scrambled to make sense of what he saw before him. What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh torn from the body sat in the body like tiny islands in a great red sea. A vast, ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out of it like fresh spaghetti. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and become stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it. Thanks, Boitano. Thank you.
Looks like an explosion.
Seven's voice was low and strained.
Just like the ninth man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful. His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna. That word again. His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces. Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating almost made it look like raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The burgundy tie with the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping, and the gray slacks. They were all familiar to Junpei.
Is that... Snake?
Santa's voice wavered as he spoke, his mouth dry.
Oh my god.
Finally, Junpei spoke.
Why did this happen?
No! Suddenly, June was screaming, her voice broken. It was an eerie scream full of insanity and not entirely human. I think so. Did you notice that too? Like throughout the whole game, they keep talking about food, and I'm like, this poor development team. They were clearly starving the entire time.
Like fresh spaghetti.
No! 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 She shook her head violently and grabbed fistfuls of her own hair. Junpei could hear the sound of hair tearing.
No! Stop it, June!
He grabbed for her wrist. I can't read. But as he did, June leapt up and ran toward the exit. Actually, that's funny you do that, Flames, because in the last ending we were doing... Were you there for that? I can't remember. They kind of had a moment that was kind of Metal Gear Solid-ish with the snake. That's funny. Well, you know, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was. Please! Get me out of here! You have to let me out of here! She screamed at the door and her fist slammed against it with a hollow sound. Junpei could see drops of blood on her knuckles. Oh gosh. Yikes. Why are you doing these horrible things to us? What did we do to deserve this? She screamed again, a desperate, mindless cry. Her fist flailed against the door. Sorry. Get me out of here! Please! Please just let me out! Junpei couldn't watch anymore. He ran to June and wrapped his arm around her, pulling the screaming girl away from the door. Aw, it's okay, Flames. No! Get off of me! Let me go! Let me go! She scrambled for a moment, her legs skittering across the floor, but her resistance didn't last long.
As suddenly as her outburst had begun, it was over. The manic energy disappeared and her body went limp in Junpei's arms. June collapsed toward the floor and Junpei knelt down with her.
That's true.
He felt drops of something warm and wet. Was she crying? A moment later, she began to sob.
Aw, Junpei.
Her shoulders shook and great hot tears rolled down her face like rain. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be alright, June. It's going to be okay, Connie. Her name was a whisper. I'll be here with you, okay? She nodded once.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Junpei.
Her trembling voice pulled at Junpei's heart. He stroked her hair gently. His face was so close to her. Wow, poor Seven is like the awkward guy in the room. He's like, "Okay, the third wheel." The scent of her hair was nostalgic. Do you feel better?
Yes, but I'd like to stay here. For a little while at least. Junpei's body is so warm.
Poor Seven. Several minutes passed before June's tears had dried. Junpei stood up. He bent down, put his arms under June's, and helped her to her feet. They didn't speak. Oh yeah! I forgot that Santa and Seven are there too. My bad, I just said Seven, but Santa. A person was dead. They had died in that room in a terrible way. Junpei knew there was no way he could make himself forget that. There was no way any of them could forget it, but mourning would do no good. They spread out to search the room, but each felt as if their heart was made of lead. Aha.
Time to explore this place.
Remind me not to save, please, because that's dangerous. We just want to find a way out, and then we're gonna go on from there.
Okay, let's see what we can... What about up here? Toilet paper with some markings on it. Interesting.
Junpei reached for the broom, and as he grabbed it, he heard a soft voice from behind him. It was June.
The rabbit hutch.
Huh? He turned around. June still looked sadly pale, but there was a smile on her face.
Oh, you just reminded me of it. The rabbit hutch, I mean.
How did I remind you of something like that?
Junpei and the broom. You were always playing around with the broom in front of the rabbit hutch.
I was?
Don't you remember?
Junpei stared at the broom in his hand.
You mean you don't remember that summer either?
She looked very sad. He shook his head. Of course I remember. How could I forget something like that? It was terrible. They were in the 6th grade. Junpei and June had been assigned to take care of the classroom pets, the rabbits. Their chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning. On the final day of school before summer vacation began, Junpei overslept. He rushed to school and found June standing in front of the rabbit hutches. No sooner had Junpei arrived than June began to cry. He had no idea why until he looked behind her into the rabbit hutch. The first thing he saw was blood. The hutch was filled with the dead bodies of the rabbits. Even after their teachers and friends came to see what the commotion was, June couldn't stop crying.
I just kept crying and crying until you came over. You held my hand and you looked very serious and you said, "Don't cry, I'm going to catch the person who did this." After you told me that, I finally stopped crying.
Well, the real fun started after you quit crying. You told me you were going to catch the killer we were going to catch the killer together. June smiled and a little of the flush of life returned to her cheeks.
Then we decided that we'd ambush them.
Yeah, I remember. Poor Santa and Seven. The school also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Junpei and June had decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals. They would ambush the killer at night. Junpei and June hid behind the hutch at dusk and waited.
Oh, look how cute.
It was a warm summer night. The quiet sound of crickets whispered through the air. As the sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky. And June's, Akane Kuroshiki's face, that night was something Junpei knew he would never forget as long as he lived. But the murderer never showed up. We waited for them all summer vacation, and they never showed up.
Yeah, but the animals didn't get attacked either. I think all that work amounted to something, you know? He'd felt the same way, but it was good to hear her say it.
Although, you know, if you think about it, we were probably taking on a lot more than we could handle.
What do you mean?
She looked up at him, confused. Well, come on. We were just kids.
Santa and Seven are bonding right now.
If whoever killed the rabbits had actually showed up, they probably would have had a knife or something. I mean, you must have been pretty worried, right?
I wasn't worried. Because you were there with me.
She blushed furiously.
Oh, welcome back, Zach. You know, no one else wanted to take care of the animals.
Clearly embarrassed, she tried desperately to change the subject.
I was the only one who asked to do it at first.
Yeah, boys don't really want to bother with taking care of animals, you know?
Well, yeah, but you asked to do it after I did, didn't you?
If it wasn't the rabbits, they were gonna make me do something else. You know how that school was. I figured it'd be better if I was working with somebody who wasn't too much of a loudmouth, right? Somebody who wasn't gonna tell on me if I felt like blowing it off.
Really? That's why you volunteered?
Yeah, it is. He nodded quickly and much too earnestly, and then quickly looked away at something very important. That hadn't been the reason, of course. He had asked to take care of the rabbits so that he could be near June. But it had been so long ago, he couldn't bring himself to tell her how he'd felt back then. It would be embarrassing. You two, jeez. He took a quick breath to clear his head, tossed the broom up, and then snatched it out of the air. Well, we don't really have time to be walking down memory lane like this, you know? We've got to figure out a way out of this room. Otherwise...
Yes.
June nodded curtly, then turned and walked away. Okay, Ox. Oh, Junpei turned around and looked at the room. At Snake's body. Chunks of flesh and organs still lay on the floor. The conversation he and June had been having scarcely fit their surroundings. But perhaps that was simple human nature. Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the farthest thing from death that it could find. Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt at wanting so desperately to live when Snake lay dead before him. He had to live. He wanted a life again, a life with June in it. As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think of was how much he wanted to live.
Oh, hello, welcome.
Just do it!
Always. Oh, we got a bucket.
What are you doing with the broom?
Looking at it. Oh. Oh?
What if I wrap the toilet paper around the broom? Oh, so you wrap the toilet paper around the broom, huh? Looks like the symbols line up perfectly. It says 634 plus.
Oh, where's the... We're gonna use the luminol here.
What?
I didn't get any luminol yet. Well then! Where was it? Not in here? Nope, there it is. I was a bit ahead of myself. I thought I clicked it already. Spray.
Wait, you don't really think we're supposed to use the luminol here, do you? Yeah, it does seem kind of weird to use it here, but maybe I should try it just in case.
Left, right, left, right, left? Or left, left, right, left, right, left. Is that another L? Right here? Here's the light switch again.
Just like you thought, Junpei, there's some more letters showing up after the LLR. See? It says LLR.
left. Left. Want this one to be right, this one to be right.
Well, I did what it said on the wall. I wonder if it actually did anything. Hey, this drain's acting up. What the hell did you do? I just messed with the valves a little. Nothing big.
Oh, thanks, Flame.
Maybe I can use the shower here to fill the bucket with hot water. Hey, it's Junpei. Hey, Seven, could you turn on the shower? I'm gonna put the bucket under the head. Oh, okay, sure thing.
Sweet. Sweet. Ah! Junpei, the cart is floating!
Looks like the water floated the cart up out of the drain. I want to get it. How do you get it? There.
Me!
Alright, so I just pour the hot water into this tank, and... looks like you filled it. Now you should be able to flush it, right? There's probably a handle somewhere on the tank that you can pull. You think so? Serious? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's flush the hot water. Well, there it goes, just like a toilet should work. Is there something in here now? Whoa! It's a thermometer.
Can you get it off?
No, it's screwed onto the wall.
Okay. I think I missed something. That's what I thought. I'm like, I thought I saw a screwdriver in that toilet. In the tank, anyway. The thermometer was screwed onto the wall. That meant that Junpei needed to take the screws out with the screwdriver. While he was so engaged, Santa suddenly spoke.
Hey, Junpei, you know why thermometers only go up to 107 degrees Fahrenheit, or 75 degrees Celsius like this one?
Junpei answered without taking his eyes off the screw.
No, can't say I ever thought about that. At 107 degrees, the cells in the human body start to die and the organs begin to shut down. The proteins in your cells start to harden. It's like when you hard-boil an egg. Even if you cool it down afterwards, it won't go back to being a raw egg. In other words, it's dead. That's why thermometers don't go past 107. There's no point.
Why haven't I streamed anything lately? I streamed, 2 weeks ago? I streamed like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I work and I go to school, so I can only really stream depending on how many days I have off, which isn't a lot. In this case, I spent yesterday playing Baldur's Gate with Hajime. That's why I said I was dancing around his schedule to see when he has to work. And then, yeah. That's why mostly. It's just school and work and school and work. Why had Santa brought that up, Junpei wondered. I wish I could stream more often, but I try my best to.
Oh, yeah?
He continued to work at the screw.
But it's pretty rare for a fever to get that high. Even viruses and stuff don't usually drive the body temperature up to 107.
Oh, it's okay. It's fair to ask. I miss streaming, and then when I do stream, I find I have way more fun because I take breaks in between, and, you know, I don't get to stream as often, so when I do, I have a lot more fun.
Of course, there are other external things that could. Like what? Well, let's see. Something like getting locked in a sauna. Or getting thrown into an incinerator and burnt to death. Yeah, I guess that would get a little hotter than 107 degrees Fahrenheit. Junpei gave a short, barking laugh. A moment later, the screw fell off. With a small tug, Junpei pulled the thermometer from the wall. Alright, I got it! He looked up and saw Santa glaring at a blank section of the wall. Huh? What's up? Nothing. Forget about it. Santa spun around and walked off, away from Junpei. But as Junpei watched him go, he didn't look angry.
Aw, thank you. I like having you guys here. Yeah, so when I'm not working, I'm also attending Japanese school, so, you know. Hey, Chiaki! So I have work and then Japanese school as well. Santa spun around. Oh, I read that already. Blah, blah, blah. He looked very, very sad. Why are you sad, Santa? Oh, it's still nice to hear, though, Zach. Not everyone says it, so it's nice to hear.
Yeah, if I can get this hot water on the thermometer, then maybe.
Hey, hey!
Alright, thermometer, let's get this party started. Junpei, nobody talks like that, please. Yep, looks like that's doing the trick. There goes the gauge. And now it's at the open mark. Hmm? Huh, it opened. What's this? Looks like there's a piece of paper in here. Okay. There might be something in the tank, you know? Let's open that shit up.
That's the best thing ever.
Open that shit up.
Thanks, Seven. Thanks.
No, I meant let's exit out of here. There we go. Password is 4 digits. Oh, I meant this.
The red light's on, Jimpy. Thank you.
Open that shit up.
Great job, Jimpy. Both of the lights are on now. Now you just need to put in the password.
Oh boy. So, the password. Both lights are on. We should be able to enter the password now. What's with these E and C keys? E means enter and C means clear, I think. So after you put in the password, hit E. If you screw it up, hit C.
Okay.
So the numbers that we found were 634 plus 957 plus 185, which equals 1,776.
Did you? That is excite. Streaming's fun. We did it. We can live. Makes my arms like spaghetti. Damn right. That's how this game should make you feel. Okay, so we found it. So I think we can, I think we're gonna... I showed you that room, so I think we're gonna load now. No. Could not save. No, it's because I said no. Would you like to quit? Yes. So let's go back to continue. So now we... Sorry, so to those of you now joining us, I was showing the shower room because it was requested.